Sometimes having a friend is an advantage, and sometimes having a friend is a disadvantage. How? When you have a friend in class and you guys do self-study, you share your problems with each other, you help each other, it's an advantage that you have a friend. But sometimes what happens when you have a friend, you have a lot of things to talk about. And then you start talking in English, your mother tongue, and English takes the back seat. That's a disadvantage. If you're alone, at least you will be quiet, right? So, like I said, when you're speaking Hindi, your mind is prepared to think in Hindi. And when you cut down on Hindi, then your mind is prepared to think in English. Everybody says, think in English. How do you do it? It's very important to think in English. So this happens when your mind stops thinking in the mother tongue. Then slowly and slowly, you develop the habit of thinking in English. In most of my classes, I encourage my students to use English with each other. Broken English, it's all right. Convey the message. And if it is very difficult, you can take my help as well. And then they see faster growth when they're thinking in English, when they're trying to speak English all the time. Then they know they need to do something here. But if you're speaking Hindi, you're relaxed. Zarurat hi nahi hai. You don't feel the need. When you speak Hindi now, you don't need English. Second language, you're doing fine in Hindi. You are expressing everything in Hindi. So why would you need English? Mind accepts the information and retains the information that it needs, and it discards the information that it thinks it doesn't need. So if you send the message to your brain that you need English, then your brain will retain the information for longer and better. So you have to basically train your brain. Okay, train your brain that English is necessary. How? By using it. Uh, you might have forgotten a lot of things about life events, or maybe lessons from your school. You might have forgotten them. Why? Because now your brain has got the message that that information is just unnecessary. Discard it. There is an automatic device here. What is necessary will always stay with you. For example, your home address, your PIN code, your mobile number is always here. You don't forget those things because your brain has understood that it is very important information for you. And how does your brain know that? Because you keep using this information all the time. Okay. But maybe you have a cousin and you don't remember his or her phone number because you never gave that message to your brain that that number is necessary for me. So how do you convince your brain that English is important for you? By using English, by listening to English. You send a message to your brain that this information about English is necessary. Suppose you spend 24/7 in Hindi environment, talking in Hindi, listening to Hindi. Then you are messaging your brain that English information is not necessary because you are 24/7 speaking Hindi and listening to Hindi. It means English is not necessary. So your brain will not learn information about English fast. And, and there is one more thing that I read about yesterday. Declarative knowledge. Declarative knowledge. मतलब I know present simple. ऐसा कुछ लोग बोलते हैं ना? Please comment. Some people say I know present simple. Some people know I know past tense. But they are saying it in Hindi. हमको प्रेजेंट सिंपल पता है, हम पैसिव वॉइस जानते हैं. दिस इज कॉल्ड डिक्लेरेटिव नॉलेज. आप डिक्लेयर करते हो कि हमको ये चीज पता है. Declarative knowledge does not contribute much to your speaking skills. You don't know the right word, you don't know how to express yourself. That's natural. That the struggle is natural. If you didn't have that struggle, if you didn't have that problem, why would you come here? Why would you pay me 5,000 rupees? Think about it, right? I'm not that handsome that people would come and just pay me 5,000 just like that. Bhai le le 5,000, tu bahut sundar hai. Nobody will do that for me. You are here because you have that problem. So that's normal. I know that. We have to find a way slowly and slowly. So wherever you get stuck, try and find an alternative way of saying that. How do I say it? Let me try. Suppose you want to say, बहुत महंगा है मेरा kalam, but you don't have the word for महंगा in your mind. Suppose, then you say, but you know sasta. Then you say, it is not cheap. A lot of money, a lot of money. Message conveyed. Wait for somebody, someday, maybe the audio file, will use the word expensive. And then you will say, oh, yeah, expensive was the word I needed that day. So learning takes place when you're listening or when you're reading. When you're speaking, you can't learn anything new. You can practice what you already know. So don't try to learn new things when you're speaking. You want to say, "Mera kalam bahut महंगा hai." Then you say, "My pen, not cheap." Okay, your English is very bad. I understand. But even though your English is very bad, you can say, "My pen, not cheap." It is not a correct sentence. You should say, "My pen is expensive," but you don't have the vocabulary. It's all right. Find an alternative. Go around that word. You don't know महंगा, expensive, it's all right. Find another option. My pen, a lot of money. I give a lot of money, pen. Okay, fine. Look how I'm trying to help you. Even though you do not know महंगा, you can say it differently. So first of all, you have to think one thing. You're not going to speak your Hindi into English. You're going to express your idea in English, sometimes correctly and sometimes not so correctly. That's all right. No problems. You cannot always be right because you are learners. So you will, of course, when you are speaking independently, then of course there will be moments when you won't know what to say and you will speak the wrong thing. But when I speak, then you observe, especially those things that you struggle with. Your exam is coming soon. And what exam? Master's degree. Master's degree in science, MSc. Then, okay, so it is a final degree exam. Okay, which college? Entrance exam. Entrance exam for BSc. Which college is taking the entrance exam? It runs, nursing. Okay, all right. And you have to prepare for that as well. Got it. So you're trying to tell me that you have to put some of your focus on that exam as well. Of course you can. English is not the only thing you need to focus on. But questions are in English. Mm. Ravi, you're killing the point of the discussion. Speaking Hindi. See, she's trying to speak English. Right, wrong doesn't matter. Just say it somehow, okay? Well, there are some problems that you have to face. There is no other way. You cannot get out of those problems. For example, I will come to your house to ask for my money back and you don't have the money. So you have to be prepared to say no to me. I come to your house and I say, hey, Aarti, pay me my money back. Then you have no other option. In one day, you cannot bring 1 lakh rupees. Suppose you are supposed to pay me 1 lakh back, and you don't have that 1 lakh, and you can't bring that money in one day. So just prepare yourself to say no to me. So now that you have the exam soon, when is the exam? Where is the exam? In September or October? September, October is very far. Don't worry. Don't worry at all. Okay? September, October is very far. It's only the month of March. March is getting over. So April, May, June, July, you have plenty of time. And the kind of student you are not going to have any problems understanding the questions. I promise that. Okay? You'll understand the questions quite well because 4 months is a lot of time to improve your English, especially for a dedicated, sincere student like you. Okay? So don't worry about the exam. Just work on your English. And most importantly, everybody sitting here, remember, when you come here to this place, you have to change your mindset. You need to believe that your mother tongue is not going to help you here. It is a place where nobody knows your mother tongue. Think this way. I gave this analogy to her. Imagine you were in America, okay, in front of a lot of people who speak only English. Your Hindi suddenly becomes useless there. So you will not be able to use your Hindi. They won't understand you, right? So what option do you have? And you can't speak English. I know you can't speak English, but you will express yourself with some words, broken English. For example, you are feeling very thirsty and you want to drink water, but you cannot say all that. So you can say, water, water, drink. At least 2 words you will say because you know water and drink. I know your, you know, vocabulary strength. You know these words, right? Water, drink, I. At least this much you can do. So always be prepared to convey your message, even though it means you're going to use broken English. That's fine. But be prepared to learn from another person when they say, I want to drink water. Okay, then you listen to them and say, oh, I want to drink water. Okay, that's when you learn. When you're speaking in that moment, don't worry about being right and wrong. In that moment, express yourself. Notice what is right, what is wrong when you're listening or when you're reading. Correct? And it is 7:17 and a lot of people are absent. Fine, we have to continue. So open your practice book or main book. Main book, I think. There was homework in the main book, right, guys? 2.10, 2.9, listening section. Okay, now open your main book, everyone. Go to page number 17. Listen to 5 conversations. What are they about? I'm going to play the audio first of all, 2.10. Listen to 5 conversations. Let's listen. Listen to 5 conversations. What are they about? Exercise 8. 2.10. Listen carefully. Oh, my speaker is not connected. Connected music. Okay, then Alexa. Yeah, fine.
Sorry, I'm not sure about that.
Okay. Uh, Everything seems fine here. Why can't we hear the audio? It's connected. Oh, why can't we hear the audio then? Teacher, take it off. Okay. And I'm playing. Uh-huh. Teacher, see. Okay. Still, I couldn't hear it. Why can't we hear the audio? Uh-huh. It's connected. Computer says Alexa is connected. It's on, and still we cannot hear it. Why is that? Okay, take it off. Okay, device property. Feature. Not working somehow. Today, all of a sudden, what has gone wrong here? Why can't this is strange. Everything seems fine, but we cannot hear the audio. What could be the reason? Please comment. Good morning. Pretty late today. This is strange. This is a new kind of problem. Okay. My computer can show me that it is connected to Alexa. Okay. Disconnect and connect again. There's definitely some problem. Alexa, disconnect.
Sorry, there's no Bluetooth device to disconnect,
Okay.
but you can unpair or forget the device using your Alexa app.
Alexa, connect to my computer.
Certainly.
Weird. It never happened before. Seems connected and still we cannot hear. Okay, never mind. We'll use the big screen as our speaker.
His job, script 2.
2.10. Sometimes technology ditches you so badly.
TypeScript 2.10. 1. What does your sister do?
What does your sister do? She's a
Tape script 2. Tape script 2.10. Check the device you want to use and make sure Bluetooth is turned on. To set up a new device,
Alexa, stop.
What does your sister do? She's a student. She wants to be a doctor, so...
Everybody, don't look at your audio script. I didn't ask you to. You are looking at your audio script. I didn't ask you. I didn't ask you to look at your audio script, did I? I said, listen. I said, but you are reading. See the problem. You are reading, yes or no? Did I ask you to read? Did I say, look at your audio script? Did I say that? Did I say that? मैंने बोला ऐसा. Look at the audio script. I didn't ask you. Then why? Why are you looking at your audio script? Two reasons. You don't understand my instructions, one, and two, you don't think very independently. I asked you to write the audio script at home, but that's all. Forget it now. Right now, please close it, Pita, okay? And only listen to the audio.
So she studies a lot. 1. What does your sister do?
Repeat. What did you read? What is your sister do is not correct English, Pita. Think. Yesterday I told you, your sister do. Do is a verb now. So you need does here, not is. Right? What does your sister do? What is now? What does your sister do? What does your sister do?
She's a student. She wants to be a doctor, so...
She is a student. She wants to be a doctor. So
she studies a lot.
She studies a lot. Okay, repeat. She is a student. She wants to be a doctor. So she studies a lot. Now, this is a conversation between two people. Okay? When you listen to this conversation, what do you realize? What are they talking about? They are talking about a girl. Okay? Which girl? B's sister. A asked the question, what does your sister do? Then B replied, she is a student. So here the conversation is about B's sister. Yes or no? This conversation is about B's sister. And what do we know about her? What do we know about her? मतलब हम लोग क्या जानते हैं? What do we know? क्या जानते हैं हम लोग about her? उसके बारे में? We know that she is a student and she wants to be a doctor. And that's why she studies a lot. You cannot become a doctor without studying a lot. Okay. Ready for the second conversation? Okay.
2. Does Peter like his new job? No.
Repeat. Does Peter like his new job? Does Peter like his new job? Then comes the reply from B.
No, he doesn't.
No.
He works very hard and he doesn't earn a lot of money.
No, he doesn't. He works very hard. But he doesn't earn a lot of money. One more time. A asks, does Peter like his new job? Then B replies, he doesn't. And why? He works very hard, but he doesn't earn. No, doesn't earn a lot of money. Now, that's a good reason. Okay, so this conversation is about Peter and his new job, right? This conversation is about Peter. This conversation is about Peter's new job. Okay, Next.
3. Is that your dog? No, he isn't.
Two people again, A and B, having a conversation. A asked, "Is that your dog? Is that your dog?" "No, he isn't," B replied. "No, he isn't.
He's my mother's.
He is my mother's dog. He is my mother's dog. He goes everywhere.
With her everywhere.
He goes with her everywhere. The dog goes with my mother everywhere. He goes with her everywhere. He means the dog. Her means my mother. He goes with her everywhere.
She loves him a lot.
She loves him a lot. She loves him a lot. She loves him a lot. She कौन? My mother. Him कौन? The dog. Okay, she loves him a lot.
His name is Boris.
His name is Boris. His name किसका नाम? The dog's name. Okay, his name is Boris. So this conversation, अभी रुक जाएंगे. आप बताएंगे बेटा, लारा अब. This conversation is about किसके बारे में है ये conversation? Dog के बारे में है. This conversation is about the dog. समझ गए? This conversation is about a dog. The dog's name is Boris. Okay, fine. Okay. It's a lovely dog. The mother takes him everywhere. Okay, fine. Move on to the next conversation.
4. Your friend Ella speaks English very well.
Your friend Ella speaks English very well, A says. Then B replies. What does A say? Repeat the sentence. Beta, don't worry about it. I told you not to worry about it. There are stages, okay? There are stages. First, you listen at home. You wrote the audio script. Of course, you made a few mistakes. It's natural. When you listen to the audio files at home and you write the audio script, you always make a few mistakes. It's natural. You don't understand everything they say in the audio. Then you come to the class and then I play the audio and I explain what they're saying. Then you realize, oh, I was wrong there. Okay? That is the point when you're learning something. When you are wrong, then you ask yourself, abhi nahi, later at the second stage, मैं फिर से play करूँगा. Then I will allow you to open your audio script. And then you have to compare, why is your sentence wrong? And why is this sentence right? खाली ये नहीं कि वो वर्ड बदल देना है, ये भी सोचना है कि वो गलत कैसे है, क्यों है, क्या बदल जाता है वो लिख देने से. अगर हम सिर्फ राइट रॉन्ग सोचे, then we won't learn. We need to understand वो गलत क्यों है, कैसे है, वो वर्ड लिख देना गलत क्यों है. When you tell a child, हम पड़ोस वाले से पैसे नहीं मांगते, गलत बात. The child always asks, why? Am I right? Some parents answer patiently, and some parents slap the child, and some parents ignore the question. The only right way is to explain to the child why you should not ask your neighbors for money. Children are very innocent. They say, "Uncle, ₹2 dijiye." Right? And you feel embarrassed your child is saying this. So you later say to your child, "Beta, padoti se nahi kehte." Why, mommy? Why, papa? Bole na nahi mangte. Some people react like this. Okay, they are not teaching their children. They are not teaching. They are not teaching their children. They need to sit down and explain. कुछ चीजें अपनी होती है, right? हम आपके पापा हैं, हम आपके लिए जिम्मेवार है, आप पैसे हमसे मांगते. Things like whatever your child's ability is, जहाँ पे समझा सकते हो, according to the level of the child. You have to explain, but you can't shout and say ऐसे ही है. आपको समझाना पड़ता है. तो यहाँ जो आपसे गलतियां होंगी, वहां पर बात होगी, वो गलत क्यों है. सेकेंड राउंड में अभी कौन सी टेंशन, अभी तो इसको अंडरस्टैंड करते हैं, एंजॉय करते हैं. ओके, So the line was, your friend Ella speaks English very well. A is appreciating B's friend Ella. He says, your friend Ella speaks English very well.
Yes, she does.
Yes, she does.
She goes to England every summer.
She goes to England every summer. Now you know why Ella speaks very good English? Why? She goes to England every summer. When you spend time in that environment where all people use that language, then you learn so easily. This is called direct method. This is called direct method. In direct method, you immerse yourself in that environment where the target language is used. Your target language here is English. Target language, the language you are trying to learn, target language. Your target language is English. So in this class, we have the audio files, we have me, and we talk in English, you listen to me. So this immersion means to go deep in it, okay? So you're going deep in this environment. Right now, while you're here, Hindi is out of your mind. Okay, you're listening to me, trying to understand what I'm saying, what the audio is saying. So right now you are immersed, you are going deep, deep, deep in listening. And this will have an impact on your brain and you will learn to speak slowly and slowly. This is the process, okay? If I switch to Hindi, then immersion suddenly goes out. You can't go to England and expect you will learn Chinese. Impossible. So if I switch to Hindi here, then you will not learn to speak English. You will learn English, but you will not learn to speak English. Suppose I speak Hindi and I explain everything to you. You will develop your understanding of English, no doubt, but you will not speak English, guaranteed, because you will be listening to Hindi from me all the time. And that will have a different impact on you. It will not help you think in English because if I speak Hindi, you listen to Hindi, your Hindi is getting better only, not your English. So in direct method, teachers are supposed to speak English to the student. It is our job to keep it simple so that you understand. And sometimes some students don't give a reaction. She doesn't give a reaction. She sits very quietly. She doesn't give any reaction. She says, guess what I'm thinking? Not a good idea. Give me some message. Like other students convey. Okay, so when they don't understand, they have their eyebrows go a little close. That's a good enough information. Yeah, you have a problem. Okay. But if you are like poker faced, then I am not sure whether you understand me or not. So try and convey, okay? Laughter, smile, confusion, everything. You have to share with me what you understand, what you don't understand. What? Oh, yeah. We're waking up very early. It's 7:30, 7:40. Hmm. All right. So let's continue. Your friend Ella speaks English very well. Yeah, she does. She goes to England every summer. Okay.
5. What does your grandfather do all the time?
Now A asks about what does your grandfather do all the time? All the time. What does your grandfather do all the time?
Well, he watches TV a lot.
Well, he watches TV a lot. He watches TV a lot. Old people watch TV anywhere. Yeah. My mother also watches TV a lot. She watches Sundarkand. Or sometimes she watches Indian Idol. Yeah, she likes music. But mostly Sundarkand and this Kand. And I said, why do you like Kand so much? I don't do any Kand. Can't means something bad as well, right? Can't kar diya. Okay.
But on Saturdays, he plays golf with friends.
But on Saturdays, he plays golf with friends. On Saturdays, he plays golf with friends. Okay.
And on Sundays, he visits us.
And on Sundays, he visits us. Her grandfather lives with her. Yes or no? Now, she's saying that on Sunday, he visits us. On Sunday, he visits. Listen, listen.
Well, he watches TV a lot.
Okay.
But on Saturdays, he plays golf with friends.
And
And on Sundays, he visits us.
he visits us. He visits us. The girl is saying that my grandfather visits us on Sunday. I said her grandfather lives with her. He visits us. He visits us. रहे कहाँ से? आते हैं कि आ रहे हैं? Okay, he visits us. All right, I said her grandfather lives with her. True or false? False. Because if your grandfather lives with you, how will he visit you on Sunday? If he lives somewhere else, then he can visit you on Sunday, right? So I hope you understood the conversation. Now tell me, last conversation was about me. It was about me. The last conversation was about me. The last conversation was मेरे बारे में था वो. Was about me, मेरे बारे में. It was not about me. It was about you. Then about B's grandfather, about the girl's grandfather. The girl was speaking, right? It was about the girl's grandfather. What do we know about him? What do we know about him? What do we know about her grandfather? हिंदी में what do we know? क्या जानते हैं हम about him, उनके बारे में? बताइए. रुके, उसको बोलने दीजिए. हाँ, बोलो, क्या जानते हैं हम लोग? संडे को टीवी नहीं देखते? भूल गए आप दिन? नहीं. He watches TV a lot. And on Saturday, he plays. ये आदत पड़ेगी धीरे धीरे. कुछ लोगों को नहीं आदत है. I understand. मुझे कोई टेंशन नहीं. आती तो आप यहाँ थोड़ी होते. He plays. ये आदत डाल लीजिए. He, grandfather, plays golf with friends, right? And on Sundays, he visits. आज काहे के लिए हम लोग बोलेंगे? हम लोग को नहीं विजिट करते. He visits his grandchildren. Okay, don't say us. वो पोती थी वो बोली, तुम नहीं हो उसकी पोती. Okay, you are not the granddaughter. So you will say he visits his grandchildren. Okay. All right. Now you can open your audio script. Open your notebook and look at your audio script, everybody. Oh, no, not now. There is another page. Wait. Look at your book. Look at your book. Exercise 9. There are 5 lines. Can you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. And how many conversations were there? 5 conversations. Listen to the conversations again. And this time, you will notice the verbs in those conversations. Every verb that you listen to, okay? Notice the verbs and put them on those lines. So first of all, the first conversation. I'm playing the first conversation. I am playing the first conversation. You listen and write the verbs that you notice in the conversation. Are you ready? What's your task? You are going to write the verbs on the line number 1 because it is conversation number 1. Shall we start? Okay. I'll play the audio. Pen, pencil ready. Page number 17. Exercise 9. 2.10. I'm playing. Okay. Listen. Conversation number 1.
Tape script 2.10.
Notice the verbs, everybody.
1. What does your sister do?
What is the verb? Do. So do is written here, comma. Next verb, next to do. Do के बगल में लिखेंगे अब, because this is conversation number 1. कुछ लोग चले जाते हैं line number 2 पे. Don't go to line number 2 because line number 2 is for conversation number 2. This is conversation number 1. अभी और verbs आ रहे हैं, सुनो.
She's a student.
She is a student. She is a student. What is the verb? Be verb is, right? Please put it there. She wants to be a doctor.
Doctor. So
क्या है verb? Wants. She wants to be a doctor. She wants to be a doctor. Verb क्या है? Wants. लिख देंगे वहाँ wants. Please write.
she studies a lot.
So she studies a lot. What is the verb? Studies. So first, just notice the verb. Now I'm not pausing. I won't pause. I paused in this conversation between the lines. I am confused, not I. She wants to be a doctor. वो डॉक्टर बनना चाहती है. She wants to be a doctor, right? You want to be a nurse, right? She wants to be a doctor. She wants. I want. You want. Okay. You want. Rani, do you want to be married? No, Rani doesn't want to be married. Want. Okay. So want is a verb. Okay. Suhani, do you want to live with your brother? Oh, okay. She wants to live with her brother. Suhani wants to live with her brother. And Ravi, do you want a girlfriend? He doesn't want a Ravi. Come on, complete the sentence. Ravi doesn't. First of all, वो बोला उसी को मानेंगे ना. He doesn't want. हालांकि हम लोग जानते हैं he wants, but it's okay. He doesn't want a girlfriend. Okay. Larab, do you want to live in Bihar Sharif forever? Yes. What do we learn? Larab wants to live in Bihar Sharif forever. Okay, but when you get married? No, it means she doesn't want to. Wants, no, want, doesn't want. She doesn't want to get married. Okay, all right, fine. Aarti, do you want to start a family? Start a family means have children. Start a family means have children. You get married and then after some time you start a family. Okay, so start family. Do you want to start family? No. Okay, so she doesn't want to have children now. Okay, you say not now, not now, maybe 2-3 years later. Okay, good. All right. So want is live. Want means in Hindi, what is the word for want? चाहना चाहिए. Okay. उसको मैंने कहा, do you want a girlfriend? What was my question? Do you want a girlfriend? मतलब मैंने पूछा तुम्हें girlfriend चाहिए कि नहीं? Do you want? He said, no, sir, I don't want it. So we learned that Ravi doesn't want a girlfriend. Okay. And Rishikesh, do you want to go to Rishikesh? Rishikesh doesn't want to go to Rishikesh. He doesn't want to go to Rishikesh. Okay. He wants to go to, now he wants to go to Switzerland, Thailand, Bangkok. All right. fine. I hope everybody understands. Want is a very common verb. W-A-N-T, want. Okay. So next conversation, number two.
2. Does Peter like his new job?
What is the verb? What is the sentence? Does Peter like his new job? Does Peter like his new job? What is the verb? Like is the verb. The verb is after the subject. Does Peter like his new job? So what is the verb? Like. Like is our verb. The verb is after the subject, right? Very basic. मुझे पता है आपको बचपन में हेल्पिंग वर्ब, ऑक्सिलरी वर्ब, ये सब बातें मन में डाल दी गई, इसलिए आपने डज को बोल दिया, लेकिन आपको जो मैंने बताया वो उतना याद रख के काफी होगी इंग्लिश बोलने के लिए. तो पीटर लाइक्स हिज न्यू जॉब. पीटर लाइक्स हिज न्यू जॉब क्या है वर्ब, राइट? लेकिन यहाँ डज पीटर लाइक हिज न्यू जॉब, भी वर्ब वही है ना, लाइक. Okay. Does Peter like his new job?
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. क्या है verb? अच्छा बोलो, पूरी बात बोलो. He doesn't पूरी बात नहीं हुई. पूरी बात है he doesn't like his new job. He doesn't like his new job, right? What is the verb? Like is the verb. दिमाग चलाओ, सिर्फ सुनना नहीं है, दिमाग भी लगाना है. He doesn't like his new job. उसने कहा no, he doesn't. इसका मतलब what? ये verb is like, not like एक तरह से देखा जाए तो, right? So he doesn't like his new job. हमने जवाब दिया no, he doesn't. Doesn't का अपने आप में कुछ मतलब ऐसा नहीं निकल के आएगा, पीछे वाले सेंटेंस से लेकर. चलो दूसरा. Does your mother eat fish? No, she doesn't. यहाँ doesn't का क्या मतलब हुआ? She doesn't eat. तो हर बार doesn't बोल रहे हैं, लेकिन इसकी मीनिंग पीछे वाले सेंटेंस से आ रही है, right? So here the verb is like again. Okay, verb फिर से like ही है. Does Peter like his new job? No, he doesn't.
He works very hard and he doesn't earn a lot of money.
Notice the verb. And very good. Okay, doesn't earn actually, है ना? नहीं कमाता है, right? He doesn't earn a lot of money. Okay, ready? कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता आप earn लिखते हो, earn लिखते हो, doesn't earn लिखते हो, not earn लिखते हो, इससे फर्क नहीं पड़ता. आपको पता है earn verb है यहाँ पे, right? That's all. And earn means कमाना, you understand, right? Okay.
Three. Is that your dog?
What is the verb? What is the verb? Is that your dog? What is the verb? Is verb तो होना ही है. बिना verb के sentence normal sentence नहीं होते. Okay? Is that your dog? Be verb.
No, he isn't.
No, he isn't. Again, be verb. He isn't, right?
My mother's.
He is my mother's. Again, he is my mother's dog. Is.
He goes with that everywhere.
Obviously, he goes with her everywhere. Repeat कर लेना पूरा sentence दिमाग में. He goes with her everywhere. मतलब भी महसूस हो रहा है? The dog goes with my mother everywhere.
She loves him a lot.
Okay, लिख लीजिए please.
His name is Boris.
Very good.
Oh, your friend Ella speaks English very well. Indeed.
Your friend Ella speaks English very well. Okay. अभी कौन से conversation पे चले आए हम लोग? Okay. We are now in conversation number 4 ला रहे हैं, ठीक है? बेटा हम इतना ही खाली बोलना चाहते हैं, मुझे पता है आप क्यों घबरा जाते हो, क्यों रिएक्शन नहीं दे पाते. रिएक्शन देने के लिए एहसास होना चाहिए आपको कि आपको नहीं समझ में आ रहा है या आ रहा है. लेकिन कई बार ऐसी चीज होती है कि आप कुछ कंफ्यूज रहते, समझ ही नहीं पाते क्या करना है क्या नहीं करना है. इस सिचुएशन में ब्लैंक एक्सप्रेशन आते हैं. तो मैं सिर्फ ये कहता हूँ, जैसे मेरा तुम पे भरोसा है ना, तुमको अपने आप पे उतना ही भरोसा होना चाहिए. कई बार स्टूडेंट्स अपने आप पे भरोसा नहीं दिखाते, दे डोंट शो कॉन्फिडेंस इन देमसेल्व्स. I have a lot of confidence in you. I believe that you can learn. That's why I'm trying. A doctor cannot cure a dead person. He doesn't want to because he knows he is dead. His efforts will not bring any result. But the patient is alive. The doctor knows he can save him. He tries. So you guys are all alive, and I know I will save you. You are not in any trouble. But the problem is, do you believe that? Do you believe that you can learn? And if you believe you can learn, then two things you will do. First, you will try to be here every day. Two, you will try. I'm not saying you will do. You will try to do the revision and homework. अगर आपको अपने आप पे भरोसा है तो आप ये काम करेंगे. अरे हम सीख जाएंगे, हम ऐसे करेंगे तो हम सीख जाएंगे. But if you don't have faith in yourself, if you don't trust yourself, हमसे तो होएगा नहीं, फायदा क्या है रिवीजन करने का, आप नहीं करोगे. तो प्लीज, कितने भी आपकी इंग्लिश कमजोर है, टेंशन नहीं ले, आप मेरे साथ रहिए ना, बस बैठे रहिए, सुनते रहिए मेरी बातें. थोड़ा 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 करके आप बहुत आगे जाओगे. It has happened before, it will happen again. But I need your support. Okay, everybody.
Yes, she does.
Your friend Ella speaks English very well. Yes, she does. She does means verb क्या है? फिर से गलती. She does means दिमाग काम करेगा, करेगा, तुम्हारा बहुत दिमाग तेज. She does means she speaks English very well. Yes, beta, you have must be upstairs, beta. Listen, Kush, Gia, hey Gia, are you gone? Gia, who's gonna teach you, me or Tony sir? Okay, upstairs. Okay. Where were we? Guys, if you have any younger brothers and sisters, bring them here to our school, okay? We have lovely faculty, and I'm also going to be there. Tony sir is going to be there. We are going to take care of the students. We have teachers as well. My wife will be giving some time as well. So, I mean, I don't want to make big claims, but if you talk to the children from my family, okay, you will realize that how, despite being in Biharship, they're different from the Biharship students. Their English is so good. Their understanding of their subject is pretty clear because they understand the language. They can read the definition, explanation in the book, understand it better. And even those who are coming to live with us, for example, this boy, Ankush, he came here only last year. Okay, he came only last year and he has improved so much already. I scold him in English, he understands. I give him compliments in English, he understands. I give him orders in English, he understands. So yes, and he has started speaking a few sentences as well. His ability to read, calculate, everything is getting better. It's not just about English. English is the medium, right? If you are comfortable with the medium, you can do many other things. I ask you to read Japanese books, history in Japanese, geography in Japanese, biology in Japanese. You can't because your problem is with Japanese. So the same happens with the students when they don't understand English so much, then they can't enjoy reading history books in English. They can't enjoy reading their biology books in English because they find English very difficult. So we are taking care of that. No need to memorize anything. कुछ भी रट्टा मारने की जरूरत नहीं है. People will learn just like they learn Hindi. Everything in English. And ये बहुत बहुत देर से किया हम लोगों ने, बहुत पहले कर देना चाहिए था, क्योंकि यहाँ पर इंग्लिश मीडियम स्कूल के नाम पे एवरीबॉडी नोज क्या होता है. किताबें इंग्लिश में है, बाकी सब कुछ हिंदी में है. बच्चा ना घर का ना घाट का, ना हिंदी जानता अच्छा ना इंग्लिश. Such a bad deal they get. I was a Hindi medium student, and I can tell you that my Hindi is so good compared to today's children. When I say, let's understand virasat, atishayokti, I'll just random words I'm saying. How many of you understand these words? Okay. Sankuchit. All right. Uh, think of some more. So Shalinta. Okay. So these are the words that a lot of young people today don't even understand. And they're Indians. They are Biharis. They speak Hindi. And they don't understand words like Atishayokti, Shalinta, Virasat, and they don't understand these words. How come? Where? Why? Because their full focus was on English, which they did not learn somehow, and they never paid attention to Hindi. Some, my nephew, two of my nephews are now living with us. They have come from their homes. My sister's son from Munger, he has come to live here. We are giving hostel facility as well. My wife's sister's son is here living with us now as well. And why? Because in their towns, their moms knew they didn't have access to good schools. So, okay, fine, you take care. So I request you, again, if you guys can help us, we need a building to rent outside Biharshri because Biharshri property is very expensive here, right? So rent is expensive too. We want a nice building outside Biharshri, 5 kilometers, 7 kilometers outside Biharshri, 2 kilometers outside Biharshri, in a quiet area, maybe in the middle of a field, खेत के बीच में, so that children can play outside as well a little bit if they want to. If you have any such knowledge about any such building to rent, please help us. Okay, just wanted to share with you. We are looking for a building to rent because we need to provide hostel facility as well, and we need to take everything there. We plan to make it a very, very successful, effective schooling, for the high students. Because I can clearly see this is missing. We have really big buildings, RPS and this school and that school, very big buildings, okay? But meet the children. We are teaching you guys here. We have been teaching you guys from the same schools. Most students I have here come from St. Joseph, RPS, DAV, and all these, DPS and all. But I don't find them very good at English. Majority of them who come here are not good at English, and they studied in these schools for 10 years. 10 years is a lot of time, and they could not improve their English. Yes, they only understand English, but that's not enough. That's why the problem, you see. But their technical knowledge is good. There are lots of engineers from Biharship. There are lots of, people qualifying for other jobs, but how many of them are comfortable with the language? So let's see how it goes. We are very hopeful though. Okay, the next conversation, everyone.
Goes to England every summer.
She goes to England every summer. Easy. What is the verb? Goes. She goes to England every summer.
5.
What does your grandfather do all the time?
What is the verb? What does your grandfather do all the time? Okay.
Well, he watches TV a lot.
He watches TV a lot.
But on Saturdays, he plays golf with friends.
On Saturdays, he plays golf with friends. Plays.
And on Sundays, he visits us.
Visits. On Sunday, he visits us. He visits us. Okay, now we have the verbs here. Now you can open the audio script that you have written. Open your audio script. The audio script you wrote yesterday. Yeah, open your notebook. Open your notebook. Take out your audio script. Yeah. Let's check. Yeah, that is the audio script. Script मतलब लिखाई. और ऑडियो स्क्रिप्ट मतलब ऑडियो को सुन के जो लिखा गया है वो ऑडियो स्क्रिप्ट है. ओके, ऑडियो की बातचीत. चलिए, लेट्स चेक एवरीबॉडी लाइन बाय लाइन.
Tape script 2.10. 1. What does your sister do?
Read. Does. What does your sister do? अब सोचो इज क्यों गलत है, क्योंकि क्या कहते हो वो Where does your sister live? या where is your sister live? Live. तो live है verb है, she subject है, तो does है. वैसे ही do verb है, she subject है, तो does होना चाहिए. Where does your sister, what does your sister do? Where does your sister live? How much does your sister earn? Why does your sister laugh? सारे में एक ही सिमिलैरिटी है. पहले क्वेश्चन वर्ड, फिर डज, क्योंकि उसके बाद सब्जेक्ट है और वर्ब है. तो व्हाट डज योर सिस्टर डू? नेक्स्ट.
She's a student. She
शी इज अ स्टूडेंट.
wants to be a doctor.
शी वांट्स टू बी अ डॉक्टर. रवि चेक कर रहे हो आप? क्यों? आप ग्रुप चेक करो, देखो सब लोगों ने क्या किया. अगर आपको नहीं समझ में आए तो आप ग्रुप चेक किया करो, लेकिन मेहनत करना जरूरी है. ऑडियो स्क्रिप्ट लिखना चाहिए, है ना. मैंने कहा था ऑडियो स्क्रिप्ट लिखने के लिए. ओके, नेवर माइंड, चेक विद हिज. ओके, व्हाट वाज द लास्ट लाइन? शी wants to be a doctor.
So she studies a lot.
So she studies a lot.
2. Does Peter like his new job?
No, he doesn't. He works very hard and he doesn't earn a lot of money.
Does Peter like his new job? No, he doesn't. He works very hard. बहुत मेहनत करता है. He works very hard, but he doesn't earn a lot of money.
3. Is that your dog? No, he isn't.
Is that your dog? No, he isn't. वो आपका कुत्ता है. Is that your dog? No, he isn't. नहीं, हमारा नहीं.
He's my mother's.
He's my mother's. मेरी माँ का कुत्ता है. He's my mother's. He's my mother's means he's my mother's dog. Okay.
He goes with that everywhere.
He goes with her everywhere. And
She loves him a lot. His name is Boris.
she loves him a lot. His name is Boris. बताया जा रहा है, right? नाम है कुत्ते का, आप टॉमी रख लो. His name is Tommy. Any problems?
4. Your friend Ella speaks English very well.
Your friend Ella speaks English very well. Yes. आप एला की जगह आप केला भी बोल सकते हो. I don't care. ठीक है, ढेला भी बोल सकते हो आप. It's just the name of the girl. Your friend Ella. It means Ella is the name of the friend. तो आप नाम उसका रखिए, your friend ढेला. Okay, no problems. अच्छा, आप अच्छा सा नाम रख लीजिए. Your friend Pinky. Okay, your friend Pinky speaks English very well.
Yes, she does. She goes to England every summer.
Yeah, she does. She goes to England every summer.
5. What does your grandfather do all the time?
What does your grandfather do all the time?
Well, he watches TV a lot.
He watches TV a lot.
But on Saturdays, he plays golf with friends.
But on Saturdays, he plays golf with friends.
And on Sundays, he visits us.
On Sunday, he visits us. He visits us मतलब हम लोगों से मिलने आते हैं. He visits us. Okay. Now practice the conversation with a partner. Okay? Practice all the 5 conversations. Twice. Twice. 2 बार. हाँ बेटा. Well, बोलने का तरीका है ना. ये बोलने का क्या है? तरीका है. जैसे हाँ बिल्कुल, इससे थोड़ा टाइम मिल जाता है. ये एक फिलर है. तो आप इसको ऐसे समझिए कि जैसे उससे पूछा कि तुम्हारे दादाजी क्या करते हैं, नाना जी क्या करते हैं. आप ऐसा करते हैं या क्या था ये, है ना. तो वैसे इंग्लिश में वेल ही वॉचेस टीवी अ लॉट. ओके, आप भी कर सकते हैं. वेल टोन तरीका बार बार होगा आपके सामने, आपको आदत पड़ जाएगी। कम ऑन, स्टार्ट विथ प्रैक्टिस। 2 बार प्रैक्टिस करना, चेंज द कैरेक्टर्स। पहले आप जो कैरेक्टर प्ले करोगे, सेकेंड टाइम दूसरा वाला करना। ओके, स्टार्ट विथ प्रैक्टिस। जिशान, listen to their conversation, go sit next to them. उसका मतलब हुआ कुछ, खाली बोलना नहीं है। कुछ लोग, हेलो, वेट फॉर अ सेकंड, व्हेन आई हैव आस्क्ड यू टू प्रैक्टिस, हेलो 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 हेलो, लिसन, व्हेन आई हैव आस्क्ड यू टू प्रैक्टिस, मेरे साथ मेरे स्टूडेंट के साथ बड़ी बड़ी समस्याएं होती है स्कूल की वजह से। मैंने कहा प्रैक्टिस करो। इस लोग प्रैक्टिस वर्ड नहीं सुने, वो कहेंगे उनको पढ़ने के लिए कहा गया, वो पढ़ने लग जाएंगे। उनके दिमाग में कुछ नहीं चल रहा है, वो क्या पढ़ रहे हैं। आप जो बोलोगे, अगर आपको समझ नहीं आया तो आपको बोलना भी नहीं है। अगर आपने बोल दिया, उसको 5 वर्ड्स लिखे थे, आपने 5 वर्ड्स बोल दिया और आपको पता नहीं चला आपने बोला क्या है, आप फिर से वापस बोलिएगा। और पहले 2 वर्ड्स बोल के उसको समझेंगे कि 2 वर्ड्स का क्या मतलब हुआ, फिर तीसरा वर्ड बोलेंगे उससे क्या ऐड हुआ, फिर चौथा वर्ड बोलेंगे और सोचेंगे उसी समय। बोलने के बाद नहीं सोचना है, बोलते समय सोचना है। कुछ गंदी आदतें छोड़ दीजिए जिससे आपकी इंग्लिश ग्रो नहीं होती है। रवि, आप जल्दी जल्दी पढ़ देते हैं, ऐसे नहीं करना। एक शब्द पढ़ेंगे तो उसका मतलब दिमाग में लेके जाएंगे, फिर दूसरा शब्द ऐड करेंगे तो उससे मतलब ऐड करेंगे। मतलब जो पढ़ेंगे उसी समय समझेंगे। सेंटेंस खत्म होने के बाद मतलब नहीं निकालना। आप जिस तरह से पढ़ रहे हैं, आपकी प्रैक्टिस नहीं हो रही है, आप बस पढ़ रहे हो। इज दैट राइट? किसी को ऐसा नहीं करना। वी यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट यू आर सेइंग। चलिए, कम ऑन, स्टार्ट। वेल, Golf is a sport. Golf is a sport, do you know? I'll show you. Have you heard of golf, Swami? Do you know what kind of sport is this? Everybody, this sport is called golf. This sport is called golf. Studies. Job, not job, job, job. She loves him a lot. Rani, your sister Ragini is slightly chubby. Your sister Ragini is slightly chubby, or she's slim like you? Appearance. She is slim like you guys. She's slightly chubby. No, she's like you guys. Okay. I'm thinking of Ragini. There was a girl, Ragini, in my class. So I'm trying to recall who is your sister, Ragini. She's not studied with me, Ragini. She's not been my student. Hmm. All right then. Everybody, have you finished? Okay. These were some simple conversations, some the same practice, present simple. Um Now we are going to do a different kind of practice. I am going to write some names and you guys will ask me questions. Let's see. So the first name I am putting for you guys here is, let's see. Hmm. Everybody, this is the first name for you. Ask me questions. Yeah, this is the first name. Ask me anything that you want to know about. Present simple. What does he do? Okay. He is a businessman. Where does he live? He lives in Munger. How old is he? Not me. Okay. How old is he? He's 43 in his free time. What does he like doing in his free time? In his free time, he sings songs and he watches cricket on TV. Huh? Who is he? He's my sister's husband. Okay. Do you have any other questions about him? जो सिखाया वैसा ही पूछ सकते हैं, ठीक है? Yes, of course I do. He's my only sister's husband. What does he like watching? He likes watching cricket and web series. Yeah. You could ask other questions like, दुकान है क्या उनका? दुकान है क्या उनका? कैसे पूछेंगे? Does he have a shop? Does he have a shop? Does he have a shop? Yeah, he does. Right under his house. Okay. Where does he come from? He comes from Munger too. He lives in Munger and he comes from Munger too. All right. I'll give you another name if you wanna ask. No, no, wait. Rosanna. Rosanna. Who is Rosanna? Who is she? She is a friend, a student, a teacher, everything. कहाँ की रहने वाली? Where does she come from? Right? She comes from Italy. She's Italian. Ask more questions. Where does she live now? She still lives in Italy, in the city of Genoa. She lives in Genoa, Italy. Hindi? How do you know her? Right? Uh, because she joined my classes online. She was my student for a long time. For nearly 2 years, she studied with me more. She is a housewife. She stays at home, but she was a tailor. She's very talented. She's multi-talented. I I live in Jharsuguda. क्या पूछा क्या? हाँ? तो शरीर हिलाना बंद करो पहले, आराम से रिलैक्स होकर बॉडी लैंग्वेज बहुत सी चीजें चेंज करने की जरूरत है। क्या जरूरत है ऐसे ऐसे करते रहने की? जब हम बात कर रहे हैं तो ये सब कुछ ऐसी चीजें हैं जो हम लोग डेवलप कर लेते हैं अपनी जगह के लिए। आप बात कर रहे हैं, आप कोशिश, आपने, आपको पता कैसे चलेगा? ये सब चीजें आदमी सबकॉन्शियसली कर रहा होता है। धीरे धीरे आदत छोड़नी होगी, तो मैं आपको रोकूंगा। ओके, गो अहेड। वेरी गुड। बिफोर दैट यू शुड हैव आस्क्ड इफ शी इज मैरिड, है ना? उसके पहले पूछ लेती शादीशुदा है क्या ये, कितनी उम्र है? आई हैव ऑलरेडी सेड शी इज हाउसवाइफ। Yeah, 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 you're right. Yeah, right. Okay, you're right. I did say that. Yeah, she has two sons. They're both they're both married. No, actually, one is married, the other is not. More. आप पूछ सकते हैं? Yeah, good question. No, she doesn't. आप ये ऐसे पूछ सकते हैं कौन कौन सी भाषाएं बोलती हैं ये? नेचुरल सवाल होगा तो क्या होगा? हाँ. What languages? What languages? आगे ऐसे सब्जेक्ट भी छोड़ देंगे और सारा कुछ छोड़ देंगे, खाली व्हाट लैंग्वेज स्पीक. शी स्पीक्स होता है, क्वेश्चन करने के लिए क्या करना पड़ता है? व्हाट लैंग्वेजेस तो है. शी स्पीक नहीं बोलते इंग्लिश में क्वेश्चन में. भूल गए आप लोग? डज शी स्पीक. वो तीन वर्ड्स में होता है सुहानी. हमेशा मुझे पता है, जब ज्यादा आप लोग फोकस इस पे करते हो तो आप भूल जाते हो कि मैंने क्या सिखाया आपको. डज शी स्पीक. क्या नया चीज है या पुराना है? शी स्पीक्स को क्या बदलना है? स्पीक्स में से एस जाएगा तो फिर वही है, लेकिन आप फिर से भूल गए उस चीज को करना पूरी तरह से. होता है, नया नया साइकिल चलाते हैं तो पैडल पे ध्यान देते तो हैंडल पे नहीं, हैंडल पे ध्यान देते तो पैडल भूल जाते चला मारना. होता ना, होता नया नया में. तो ये नया नया का प्रॉब्लम है. प्रैक्टिस करते रहो, पुराने हो जाओगे. ओके. व्हाट लैंग्वेजेस डज शी स्पीक. स्पीक्स नहीं बोलेंगे. व्हाट लैंग्वेजेस डज शी स्पीक? शी स्पीक्स इंग्लिश. She speaks Italian. It's her first language, mother tongue. She speaks English too, and she is learning Chinese now. Her free time. Her. What does she do in her free time? In her free time, she she has very little free time. She's busy at home. She cooks for her husband. She speaks languages. She writes blogs on her website about tailoring. She's a very good tailor, and she makes her own clothes. So in her free time, she just does these things. She writes blogs on the internet, on her blog, on her site about tailoring, and she talks to people. She goes to language exchange sites. ये सब चीजें आप लोग नहीं जानते. Language exchange sites, places on the internet where people are practicing languages with each other. So she practices speaking English. Do. Her husband is also retired now, I think. Yeah. आराम से फिर से पूछिए. हिंदी क्या है? इसमें कौन सा वर्ब यूज हुआ? मेरा नाम कैसे पूछते हो? इसमें बी वर्ब यूज होता है. तुम वहां डज क्या कर रहे थे ले जा करते? जब आप मेरा नाम पूछते हो व्हाट इज योर नेम, तो बी वर्ब यूज किया ना. तो किसी का नाम पूछेंगे बी वर्ब यूज करेंगे ना. कि मेरा नाम यूज पूछे तो इज, और दूसरे का नाम पूछे तो डज. व्हाट इज हर हस्बैंड्स नेम? व्हाट इज हर husband's name? Well, I don't remember her husband's name. She's a very good friend. Um, and she is more like a more than a friend. She's like an auntie. She's like, very. She's in her 60s. She loves me a lot, cares about me a lot. I care about her as well. And I remember one year it was my birthday, and she sent me a prize gift money. She said, buy something for yourself with that money. That was very heart touching. I was like, really, wow. Normally, my mother does that for me. It's your birthday, have this much money, do something with this money, buy something for yourself. She sent me $50 from there, buy something with this money. I said, okay, thank you. So yeah, all right. You guys can play this game in the group. A person can write a name, a friend or a relative, and other people will ask questions. और जो जवाब आए उसमें भी से सवाल उठ सकता है, राइट? किसने कहा ही इज मैरिड, ओह व्हाट इज हिज वाइफ्स नेम? ओके, I hope you understand. So play this game today in the group. One person will write a name and the other people will ask them questions. Then they will reply. We will carry on with this tomorrow. Okay, it is 8:30 now. ये एकदम फ्री प्रैक्टिस हो गया। देखो अब तक जितने भी हम लोगों ने पढ़ाई करी, गौर करो मैं कैसे आपको स्टेप बाय स्टेप ऊपर लेके आया। अब तक हम लोगों ने एक्सरसाइजेस की, ऑडियो फाइल थी, सेंटेंसेस से लिखे हुए, उसको कहते हैं कंट्रोल्ड प्रैक्टिस। आपको एक शब्द का लिखना था, माई मदर लव्स रीडिंग, करा ना, मैच करो। तो ये सब कंट्रोल्ड प्रैक्टिस थी। इससे जितना आपको सपोर्ट मिला है, अब बारी आई आप अपने सेंटेंसेस खुद बनाइए। मुश्किल होगी थोड़ी बहुत, बट यू कैन डू इट। ओके, अब आप तैयार हो, बिकॉज यू नो द ग्रामर ऑफ इट, यू हैव द वोकैबुलरी, यू कैन टॉक अबाउट सम ऑफ योर फैमिली एंड फ्रेंड्स एंड रिलेटिव्स। तो मेंशन अ नेम XYZ. Other people will ask, who is XYZ? Where does she live? Where does he live? क्या प्रॉब्लम है बेटा? बेटा ऐसा है, डज का क्यों लगता है वो जान जाओगे तो समझ में आ जाएगा। चलो बोलो कि मेरे भैया पटना में रहते हैं, कैसे बोलोगे? माई ब्रदर लिव्स। अब बोलो तुम्हें ये पता था या नहीं पता था कि ये सही है? माई ब्रदर लिव्स इन पटना सही है या जो तुम बोल रही हो वो सही है तुम्हारे हिसाब से? आर यू श्योर? पक्का ना? क्या ध्यान रखने की जरूरत है ऐसा सेंटेंस बोलते समय? माय ब्रदर लिव नहीं बोल दे, क्या बोले? लिव्स बोले। एस लगाना जरूरी है वहां पे। तो जब इसको क्वेश्चन करना होगा तो ये एस नहीं रहेगा। मेरे भैया रहते हैं वाला क्वेश्चन बोला, कुछ भी मेरे भैया रहते हैं, माय ब्रदर लिव्स मतलब मेरे भैया रहते हैं। तो कोई भी ऐसा सवाल आए जिसमें क्या हिंदी हो, मेरे भैया रहते हैं, सवाल हो, तो ये नहीं बोल सकते माय ब्रदर लिव्स। फिर आपको ये एस हटाना है और इस एस के बदले, आप बोलती है ना आपको समझ नहीं आता डज, इस एस जो हटाएंगे इसके बदले डज लगाना है। कहाँ? माय ब्रदर के पहले। तो अगर सवाल हो जाए कि आपके भैया कहाँ रहते हैं, तो मैंने बोला वेयर डज योर ब्रदर लिव, मैं आपसे पूछ रहा हूँ। ठीक है, समझ में आया कि डज कहाँ से आया? वो एस हटा है ना क्वेश्चन बनाने के लिए, इसकी वजह से वहां डज आया। तो ये नहीं पूछे, डज कभी कंफ्यूज होने की चीज नहीं है, क्योंकि डज क्यों अपीयर होता है ये खाली ध्यान दे दें। वो एस हटाए हम लोग ना, इसीलिए डज आया है। और भी सवाल हम आपसे पूछ सकते हैं। देखें, मैं आपसे पूछता हूँ, व्हाट लैंग्वेजेस योर भैया स्पीक्स। तो किसी को सभी सही लग सकता है ये सेंटेंस, लेकिन आपको नहीं लगना चाहिए, क्योंकि ये क्वेश्चन है ना। क्वेश्चन में योर भैया स्पीक्स नहीं बोला जा सकता, उसमें से एस हटा करके डज लगाना। व्हाट लैंग्वेजेस डज योर भैया स्पीक? स्पीक एस हटाए हैं इसीलिए डज लगाए, तो डज लगा के फिर स्पीक्स भी बोल दें, नहीं। ठीक है, अभी भी आपको लगता है कि आपको कंफ्यूजन है? नहीं, व्हाट लैंग्वेजेस क्वेश्चन है ना, कौन सी भाषा। व्हाट नहीं, सब सवाल ये नहीं, व्हाट सवाल है, व्हाट लैंग्वेजेस। दो वर्ड के भी सवाल होते हैं। ठीक है, आपके भैया को कौन सा खाना खाना अच्छा लगता है? व्हाट डिशेज। व्हाट डिशेज मतलब कौन सा खाना। आगे मैं क्या बोलूंगा? योर ब्रदर लाइक्स। योर ब्रदर लाइक्स नहीं बोल सकता मैं, योर ब्रदर लाइक्स को ऐसा हटा करके लाइक या ईट, जो भी आप बोलना पसंद है, खाते हैं, जो बोलना आपको, आपकी मर्जी। तो अभी भी बोलेंगे कि आपको डज में इश्यू है। कितना देर लगा इश्यू खत्म होने में? 2 मिनट। सोचना है सही डायरेक्शन में, यू विल बी फाइन। ओके, लारेव आप भी बेनिफिट हुई इस बात से। पहले मैंने कहा माय ब्रदर लिव्स इन पटना, मेरा भाई पटना में रहता है, ऐसे ही बोलते हैं। आपको ये बात पक्का है कि ऐसे ही बोलते हैं? अगर ये सेंटेंस कॉन्फिडेंट हो तो आगे बात होगी। अगर ये क्यों बोलते हैं, कैसे बोलते हैं नहीं पता, तो फिर आगे बात नहीं होगी, पहले इस पे बात होगी। मेरी मम्मी बहुत पूजा करती है, माई मम्मी वर्शिप्स गॉड अ लॉट। ठीक है, आगे कुछ और आसान बोल देते हैं। मेरी मम्मी न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ती है, माई मदर ओके रीड्स द न्यूज़पेपर, राइट। तो कौन सा न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ती है तुम्हारी मम्मी? तो व्हाट न्यूज़पेपर योर मदर रीड्स नहीं बोलेंगे, खाली बस आदत डालनी होगी आप सब लोगों को। व्हाट न्यूज़पेपर रीड, ठीक है। कहाँ रहती है तुम्हारी मम्मी? तो वेयर खाली वेयर के बाद योर मदर लिव्स नहीं बोल सकते, वेयर के बाद योर मदर लिव्स नहीं बोल सकते, लिव्स में से एस हटाना पड़ता है और डज लगाना पड़ता है। तो वेयर तो है, बोल दिया, वेयर डज योर मदर लिव। क्यों चिल्लाती है तुम्हारी मम्मी तुम पे? अब ये डज, रवि सोचता है डज लग रहा है तो लगाते रहो, डज इसलिए आ रहा है कि एस हटा है शाउट में से। तो तुम क्यों बोले व्हाट डज योर हस्बैंड नेम, व्हाट डज हर हस्बैंड नेम? ठीक है, प्रैक्टिस करो दोस्तों, इट्स इजी, 2 मिनट का गेम होता है। प्रैक्टिस द सेम टुडे, आज यही खेलना है ना गेम। एक नाम बोल देना है XYZ, बाकी लोग पूछेंगे कहाँ रहते हैं, क्या करते हैं, कितने बजे उठते हैं, कितने बजे सोते हैं, कहाँ काम करते हैं, दुकान है, ऑफिस में काम करते हैं, ठीक है, ट्रेन से जाते हैं कि बस से जाते हैं कि पैदल जाते हैं, बहुत सारे सवाल। गो ahead and practice. I'll see you guys. Bye bye. Bye bye everybody. See ya.